So I'm going to be real with you guys. Like sometimes it's really hard to come and stand in front of the camera and decide to do a video, to figure out what I'm going to talk about, to put the content together for you guys. Sometimes I'm just not motivated. Sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes it's not my day, right? And I think we all have those days where we're not motivated, where we just don't want to do it, where we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? We all have those. That's fine. Like, we can have those days. But how do you see past that light at the end of the tunnel? You know, how do you actually get to the light and immerse yourself in the light? You know, how do you do that? How do I do that? Today we're going to talk about that. Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Zach with IT Career Questions, and today we're getting real. Yeah, we're getting real. Like real. Because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes life is hard. You know, I need to find ways to motivate myself. Now, I might be a different case than many of you. You know, many of you could be in high school and college and you're trying to get into this field and, you know, you're not feeling motivated for the day. You just don't want to go to class. You just don't want to study. Some of you guys could be career changers and it could be difficult. It could be real difficult, you know, trying to find the time to study for some of the different certifications and do this while working and doing this while you have a family. I understand. I get that. You know, I have 3 kids with a 4th kid on the way. Like, I have a lot of dreams and aspirations and a job that I'm trying to do on a daily basis. And it's hard to do when you have kids, especially that many kids. It's not really that many, but it's a lot for me. It's hard to stay motivated sometimes, but I know that I have to do this for my kids. Now, that's like a great reason right there, right? Like that's the reason. Like, I have to do this because I have kids and I have to provide. Like, I can't get around it. I can't stop. If I stop doing what I'm doing, then my kids suffer, and I don't want that. Now, you might have a completely different scenario. You might not have it where you're that, you know, bad off, right? Where you have to provide. Like, you might just have to provide for yourself, and you can work a job where you're making $15 an hour and support yourself, and you're quite all right with that. So you can take your time going through studying for certifications and trying to get experience and things like that. Some of you, much like me, you don't have the time. You have to get these things done, and you have to figure out how you're going to make the time. But you're stressed, and you don't know how you're going to make the time. You don't know how you're going to figure it out. And sometimes you just don't want to get up and do it. I've run across those days. I do. You know, I feel that pain with you. You know, I'm always in front of the camera and try to be as happy as I possibly can be, but sometimes it's difficult. And it's not because I don't want to do this. I love doing this. And I think a lot of people think that what I do with YouTube is really easy. It's really not. There is a lot of work involved. You know, I spend at least 10 to 14 hours every single day working on YouTube stuff. And you guys don't really see all that. You guys might see like an 8-minute video, 1, 2 times, 3 times a week maybe. You might see me do a live stream for an hour or so. But there's a lot of work on the back end that I have to put in to make sure that this is sustainable for me, that this is going to work for me. But what I'm really getting at is YouTube could fall apart tomorrow. YouTube could just implode, explode, whatever you want to call it. And then what would I do? What am I going to do then? You know? How am I going to survive then? So one thing that I work on as part of my 10 to 14-ish hours a day, yeah, there's a lot. I sleep 4 hours, 5 hours a night on average because I try to work so much. One thing I've been doing inside and outside of YouTube is learning and training, studying. Because at some point when YouTube is no more, which I doubt would really happen, but maybe one day I just make everybody upset on YouTube and they no longer want to watch my channel, which is fine. I understand. That's great. What do I do then? I have to market myself and I have to figure out what I'm going to do. So I study, I learn, I try to figure out different technologies. I try to figure out the best path for me that I'm going to take. So one thing that I've been working on is cybersecurity objectives. That's the path that I would go down if I didn't do this every single day. So I try to learn different things like Python and Linux and networking and try to understand some of the basic technologies around cybersecurity. That's what interests me. That's what I want to do outside of YouTube, right? But how do I keep myself going? How do I keep myself motivated when I'm already busy doing YouTube, having kids, having a family? The answer? Passion, drive. I love what I do. I love what I do. I can have a bad day. I could wake up and be just absolutely miserable. Absolutely miserable. And I could look at a computer and say, I'm not turning that thing on today. I'm not even going to touch it. But I know, half hour later, I know I have to do it. And not even that I have to do it. I want to do it. Like, if you have drive and you have motivation or passion for something, nothing will stop you. There is nothing in life that will stop you from going after what you're passionate about or what you are driven to do. That's what keeps me going. If I didn't have passion or drive for something, I'd be nowhere. I would be absolutely nowhere. And that's many people. Many people kind of run across the same type of thing. So when you're feeling down, when you're feeling upset, or you're feeling you don't want to do something, think about what you are working yourself towards. Think about your goals, your aspirations. That's what you're working for. Like, that's what you're doing all of this for. Because you want something better. You want to do something better, and you want that for your life. That's why I do it, that's why you should do it, and that's why many people also do it. And I wish and I hope that you guys see this message, hear this message, and understand it. Because the quicker that you understand that you can do it, there's nothing that can stop you, no matter how bad your day is, no matter how bad you think your life is. When you have a dream, when you have these aspirations and the passion, like I said, nothing, not one thing in life will stop you. So please go about your dreams and your mission and do what you want to do with your life. I highly, highly encourage you to do that. Please don't ever steer away from your dreams. Please don't ever think that your dreams are not going to come true. The only way that your dreams don't come true is when you stop believing in them. The only time that happens is when you stop believing in yourself. So don't ever stop believing in yourself, because you can do it. If I can do what I do, you can do it also. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do what they put their mind to. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. It is. It really is. So that's today's video. I hope this was this motivational kick in the butt for you to get going on what you need to do with your life. Because not only am I doing this video for you right now, I'm doing this for me. Because I need this motivation. I need this kick in the butt. Everybody needs a little kick in the butt every once in a while to get them going, to get their gears in order. That's life. It happens. So I hope this motivation helps me just as much as this motivation helps you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, hit me up in the comments below. As always, take it easy.